Hi everyone. So today we
Hi.
are going to do the advanced level of chat functionality, that is embedded services. I hope you guys must have done some your hands-on practice on this chat support functionality for live agents and omnichannel. So if you have any doubt in the concepts of these two things, then you can just let me know and we can resolve it out right now, or we can have a query session on Monday, and then on Monday you can let me know like these are the doubts that you are facing while setting it up. Okay. So if anyone have any doubt, then I'm open to your doubts. No? Okay. So yeah, so let's start. Let's tell me, first of all, let me tell you the schedule that is for today. Today we are going to learn something about embedded services. What are these? And apart from it, we are going to set up knowledge base as well. Like what is knowledge base and how does it help the agents while interacting with their customers. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to work on today. So let me log into my organization first. So till now, if you remember, like yesterday in our yesterday session, we had created this service department offline button and service department is online button, and on the basis of agents availability, this button changes its status, right? So today we are going to set up the embedded services. So how does it differ from the omni channel, and what are the things that are positive about embedded services? So all those things are going to be discussed. Okay, so as the name suggests, embedded services. If we embed anything, then it is known as embedded services, right? Whereas in omni-channel or live agent, you will see like this is the button which is consuming a space on this page. Whereas embedded services do not consume any space on your page, right? If you want to add a button on this page, then you see this area cannot be consumed by any another article or any another text, right? So that is why embedded services came into existence. And previously it was known with the name SnapIns. So when this feature was introduced by Salesforce, so it was known as SnapIns, and later on it was Salesforce changed its name to embedded services, and these can be accessed in the lightning experience only. So for that we have to switch to lightning experience. Okay, we are in lightning experience now. We have to switch to setup first, and in setup, in quick find box you have to type embedded and then select embedded services deployment. So embedded services deployments basically uses the live agent functionality, or you can say the live agent buttons that you have created in our last session, right? So for creating embedded services, it is mandatory for you guys to set up live agent properly. If you do not have any live agent in your organization, then you cannot set up embedded services, because as the name suggests, and I told you earlier, like this is the advanced version of live agent and omnichannel. So it is mandatory for you guys to set up live agents properly. Okay. So if you will click on new deployment, then select embedded chat. Here you have to name it. Let's assume service department. Site endpoint can be anything. You must have created a site in your organization. So for the deployment, you are required to select the site so that these can be used outside of the Salesforce. Because if you want to take anything outside of the Salesforce, in that case we will be requiring a site support, and site is a thing that lets the agents, or you can say lets the users or developers to take anything, any page, any lightning component outside of the Salesforce. For example, community. You must have worked on community. So community is kind of a site, right? You can access the community, anything on the community outside of the Salesforce, right? So that is why we need a site here. So site creation, I told you on the maybe I guess second day of the seminar. So from there you can follow the site creation steps. After that, as soon as you click on that thing, you will be required to enable chat settings. Okay, just click on start, and here general settings. So if you want to show the queue size, for example, there are 10 customers who are waiting for the chat to be answered. So for first customer who is waiting, the queue size is going to be 1. For second, queue size is going to be 2, and so on. So in this way, it shows you a interactive layout. So it is very the customers are very much aware, like how much they have to wait for to be answered by any of the agents. So they can enable it, and after click on save. As soon as you click on save, you have to edit the chat settings, and here you have to select the buttons. What are the buttons? Let me go back to setup again. So buttons are nothing but these are chat buttons that we created while working on the live agent. You have to type in chat, then go to chat buttons and invitations. Just select the button that you want there on your SnapIn. For example, we want this service department button. Okay, go back to this embedded services section and select chat button as the service department. For service department, we had created a deployment as well. We'll go to deployments, select the deployment that you want. For example, we need service department deployment. Select it, and that's it. Just save it. Okay. So as soon as you click on, you enable these settings, your snap-ins, or you can say your embedded services is done. You are done with embedded services. This is setup. Now there are some additional steps that can be taken into consideration, but as of now, this is done. Okay. So now we will try to test it out. How can we test it? If you will go back and click on view, if you will go down here, you can find the code. You have to copy this code, and you if you are working for a client, then you just need to pass this piece of code to your client. Okay, example, this is the code that is the main thing that initializes the chat. Okay, so you just need to pass this code, and they have to add this script in the web page of their website, and on website embedded services will be automatically added. But if we want to test it, then we can test it on a Visual Force page. How can we create a Visual Force page? Go to setup, go to visual in the quick find box, just type in Visual Force pages, create a new page. Let's name it as embedded services, and the code that we just copied is going to be added under Apex Pages tag. Paste it here. There is one more tag, one more code, which is meta tag snippet code. Copy it as well and put it on the top or anywhere you want. Right here, and do not forget to close it by adding a backslash here at the end. Okay, as soon as you do this, save the page. It's done. Now click on preview, and in the service console application, change the status of the agent to online, or you can say available. Now you will see embedded services has been added at the bottom. Okay, so this is not consuming any of the space on the page. We just have embedded this thing at the bottom of the page. You can have the text edit under this, but it is not consuming any space on the page. right? So after clicking on it, you are going to be asked for your personal details, or we are getting the details using a pre-chat form. So this is the pre-chat form. You just need to fill out some basic details. Okay, click on start chatting. Okay, so chat has been received in this section. So this is for an agent. There is nothing has been changed. He is going to see the same view he sees, right? He cannot distinguish if this is a embedded services or if it is an omni-channel view, right? So they can access everything from this section without having any issue like this is we are getting this chat from the embedded service. But from a customer's point of view, you will be seeing a big difference. Like you just need to click on it and embedded services icon, and after that you will be asked for pre-chat form. Please keep in mind here we haven't added any of the Visual Force page, right? We didn't add any Visual Force page. We didn't write any code to enable the Visual Force fields. Like we didn't add first name, last name, subject, or email, right? These come up by its own. Okay, but we can definitely change it out as well. So this is the basic functionality of this SnapIn, or you can say embedded services. Let me close the chat, okay, and change the status of an agent to offline. Now, there is a plus point of embedded services. If none of the agents are available in this system, what will happen in that case? In that case, in case of our live agent, if you remember, like at this moment, there is none of the agents is available, right? So offline department is offline. This button is going to be displayed, but the customer cannot interact with the service agents. If it is very much urgent, they want to contact the agent, how can they do that in case of live agent? They cannot do this. But in embedded services, we have a functionality which is offline support. If none of the agents is available, in that case, just by clicking on this embedded services icon, right? Let me check one thing. There is a functionality which is known as offline support. Let me see if it is enabled or not. So this is embedded services. You need to click on view button and then click on edit in the chat settings. And here there is a button which is offline support. You need to enable it. As soon as you enable it, go back to service department, and from here copy the code again, copy it, and go back to your Visual Force page, paste it here again, save it. Now you can see you were not able to click on this button previously, but now if I will refresh this page, you will see uh, you will be able to click on this button, but none of the agents is available right now, right? But you are able to click on it, and you will be asked for some basic details. Let me refresh it again. Check is required. That should and I will change the strategy. Okay, so after refreshing the page, you will see you are going to see two fields here. So you can add the subject line as offline support from embedded services. And for the web email or customer's email, you can type in vipul@gmail.com. Click on submit, and your case will be automatically logged into the system. Okay, you need not to wait for the agents to come online and then you will be contacting them. Just enable the SnapIns, or you can say embedded services, and two things will be taken into consideration. The first one is chat support, the another one is web to case support. So this is a simple example of web to case, right? After that, go to your Salesforce, go to today's cases, and in today's cases section, offline support from the embedded services is automatically logged into the system. Okay, so web to case, embedded services takes care of chat functionality as well as web to case functionality. Now, talking about some additional features, or you can say additional things that can be added in the offline support, in the pre-chat form, or you can say in the embedded services. What are the additional things that are provided by this? So first one is pre-chat form. You need not to do any coding for creating pre-chat form. These are the standard fields. All the standard fields can be added manually. You need to select sales. If you want to create leads, you can select contacts and cases, as well as you can select only the contacts to be created when a chat is initiated from the your website. Okay, so here you can select any field. For example, you want to add another field, click on the plus icon, select the field, let's assume phone, edit, and phone will be added. And similarly for case, let's assume we want to add another field, which is, let's assume, case reason, just edit, and it will be added. Let's make it mandatory, and let's make email as the mandatory one. Yes, save it. That's it. And similarly for offline support, we can add case reason here, and let's make web email as the mandatory one. So all these constraints, all these field support, these are the standard features provided by embedded services. You need to not to write any code for this. If you will now click on this offline support, you will be seeing all those fields, and those fields are going to be mandatory. So basic thing is this. Okay, so you can see subject is mandatory here, web email is mandatory here, and there is another field which is case reason that is automatically added in the section. Okay, so in this way, these things work. Now let's check the pre-chat page as well. We are going to change the status of the agent to online. Now go to this page. So you can see the status has been changed to chat with an agent. So this thing is chat with an agent. Click on it. refresh it. Click. And this is your new pre-chat form where you edit three or more three like phone number was added and then case reason was added. So type in these details and you can see the constraints have been added now. First name is mandatory or last name is mandatory. Similarly, email and subject are mandatory field as per the constraints that we added on the embedded services setting. Okay, so in this way, we can have these features added on the SnapIns. So after that, the another feature that is provided by the Salesforce is support of LWCs or Lighting Web Components and as well as Aura components with the SnapIns. But if you remember, while creating the chat buttons, while creating the chat buttons, we had the option of adding only the Visual Force pages. Whereas, let me show you. In the sales department chat button, we had added this pre-chat form page. This is a Visual Force page. This is not a LWC or Aura component. So if you want to work on the Aura components as well as if you want to work on the LWCs, in that case we can take help of embedded services, and in embedded services you can add the LWC and Aura components. So for adding those, by adding those things, you can control chat header, chat message text, minimized window, or pre-chat page. Okay, so pre-chat page, I guess you understand what exactly is a pre-chat page. So this is a pre-chat page. By adding a Visual Force, the LWC, you can control these things. You can have a customized view. For example, in place of case reason pick list value, you want to have different kind of text field or anything can be controlled from the LWC part, right? And similarly, for the minimized view, what exactly is a minimized view? Minimized view is this one. Like at this point, at this time, you can see there is a this kind of a rectangular shaped icon which is shown here. So if you want to change it, you can take help from the this minimized LWC part, which is this one, minimized. And chat message is the window that opens up as soon as the chat is initialized at the customer's end. So customer's end chat window can be controlled from this, and similarly chat header can be controlled. Chat header is the top part, that is chat header is this part. This part can be controlled using chat header thing. So we had created LWC for this client, I guess. Yeah, this was a client. So if you will see, yeah, so this is the part that was using the LWC. So by using the LWCs, we have created like this icon here, and this icon is overriding the standard icon, which is this one. Okay, so in this way we have taken control of the minimized window, the pre-chat form, and as well as the offline support window. So after this, you can try the embedded services from your end, and but make sure before enabling the embedded services, you must have enabled the live agent, or you can say the omni-channel support successfully, and try it out using the this page, which is this one. So try it out using this page first, and once this page works fine, then you can switch to SnapIns, or you can say embedded services. In this way, you can test out the things working fine or not, right? So this was all about embedded services, and after that, we have studied what are embedded services, what are the additional features. Additional features are you need not to write any code for pre-chat form that can be added automatically. You need not to, you have the ability to add the offline support, which is web to case functionality. After that, you have the ability to add, override the features of minimized window, the chat window, the pre-chat form, and as well as the chat header window using LWC as well as Aura component. What are the prerequisites? Prerequisites are to enable live agent, or you can say omni-channel support successfully for enabling the embedded services. I have told you the steps. Just go to setup and then type in embedded services, and there only you have to select the chat button and chat deployment, the required one, and then you will be done. And on the basis of requirement, you can have the additional features added. But after that, you can also try some additional feature. For example, additional branding. You can try it out. Like you want to change the branding, you want to change the labels. All these things can be handled from here. Right. These are the additional things that you can take care of. After that, we have tested the functionality, right? So this was all about embedded services. Okay, so now we will move towards the knowledge base. So knowledge base is something like, for example, you are an agent, and you want to share an article with your sales with your customer. They are facing some issue with an order. They do not know the steps to set up a the LCD television. So if they want to set up the television that they have just purchased from your end, then you need not to write the steps for each customer, right? So in Salesforce, we have a feature which is known as knowledge article. Okay, for what are the prerequisites to enable knowledge? For prerequisites, you have to be having a knowledge user license. How can you enable that? Go to users. In the user section, select your user or the desired user that you want to have the knowledge license, and assign this knowledge user license to him. Okay, as soon as you assign this license, now you need to go to setup again and then type in knowledge, and under knowledge settings, you need to enable knowledge. In my organization, I guess it is enabled right now. But for you, you have to first of all check a checkbox, and as soon as you check that checkbox, the knowledge is automatically enabled. Right now, as soon as you do this thing, knowledge is enabled. If you want to have, if you want to look at the fields that are of knowledge, go to the classic view. Go to setup, type in knowledge, then go to knowledge object setup, and here you can see the fields that are added with this knowledge object. Right, these are the fields that are under this. Right now I have created a custom field which is this description here, to add any of the description related to the knowledge article. Now how can we add a knowledge article? Let's go to plus icon, then select knowledge. Here you need to create an article which is knowledge one. You need to give the title. Let's assume uh, TV setup. URL name is going to be same, and then in the description, let's give a description as so. Scope it, and in the article, let's paste it out. Okay, so these are the steps that they need to perform. Save it, After saving it, you need to publish it. Click on publish button and then select publish now. As soon as it is published, now all the agents who are knowledge users will be able to see this TV setup knowledge article in the feed section, or you can say in the detail view, in the chat page, or anywhere you can add this knowledge article here. For example, let me refresh the page. For example, let me initiate a chat. I've received a chat. I will go to the chat, and here you can see there is a the related list, or you can say a component that has been added, which is a standard one, right? Type here TV, so you will see TV is there, right? You can copy the content and you can easily share it with your customer, right? So in this way, knowledge articles helps the agents to increase their response time, or they can help the agents to increase their productivity. So in this way, knowledge articles helps the user. After this, you will see we can also use the knowledge articles on our third party sites. For example, let me show you help.modcloth.com. So this is a Salesforce site that we created for one of our customers. So these articles, US shipping return, these articles are being created in the Salesforce itself, and these are basically the knowledge articles itself, right? So on the basis of the reason, or you can say the title, we are showing different articles on this website. So in this way, you can take care of the knowledge articles, and knowledge articles can definitely help the agents to increase their productivity time. Okay. So this was about the knowledge article and embedded services. So you can try all those things: live agent, omni-channel, snap-ins, the knowledge articles, email to case, web to case. All those things can be taken care of in the weekend, and on Monday, I guess. Yeah, on Monday, I guess we can have a query session, and we are also going to study some things about macros and CTI application. I'm going to show you a demonstration of CTI application, how CTI application work in a Salesforce organization. So Monday, yeah, I will be expecting some queries from your end. If you have any doubt, then you can definitely ask me questions on Monday session, and uh, let's wrap the seminar on Monday itself, right? So that's all for today. And if you have any doubt, then you can reach me out on Skype, or my phone number is there in the PPT. I will be sharing this presentation today in the group. Okay, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.